What's up, y'all? Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Emperor TV, and today I will be reviewing Baddies USA Chapter 2, Episode 2. Now, to get into the episode, we begin with Summer and Dolly going back and forth, continuation of last week's episode, and we all know Dolly tore Summer as, I would say as usual, but Summer, when it comes to her fighting Dolly, she usually does pretty good compared to Big Lex. Obviously, Big Lex tore her. But after that scene is done, we move on to the cabaret girls. Okay? The three cabaret girls. Egypt, Showgirl, Neat, and Wet Wet. So, as the girls are talking, Egypt is saying that she's not going to be fake. She don't mind being cordial, but she's not going to be fake. And Wet Wet starts talking about Amber, and they instantly get into it. But before that, I guess Egypt and Wet Wet had gotten to something prior to filming Baddies USA Chapter 2, and they talk about the tension. But now fast forward back to Amber versus Wet Wet. Amber attacks Wet Wet. If you know Amber and Wet Wet from Jocelyn's Cabaret Vegas, they have been fighting there, and then they were on Now That's TV fighting on Deja Vu once again. It's just a love-hate relationship with them two. It's like they always find a way to be cool and fight. Be cool and fight. That's just what Wet Wet and Amber do. And Wet Wet and Amber start arguing. Now, all of a sudden, in the midst of the argument, Amber says, "Look at your ankles," and the cameras literally zoom in on Wet Wet's ankles. Like, her shoes are going a whole different way from her ankles, and it's just like her ankles were this way and the shoes were another way, and it just looked a mess. The cameraman is petty for pointing that out, and out of nowhere, Wet Wet starts showing her why Wet Wet starts showing her private parts to emulate. This is how Amber is on her. Like, she's always talking about her. She's always getting into it with her. They always find a way to get into it. But basically, Amber is saying this is how this girl is. She's on her, private parts. Basically, that's why she did that. Now, the next scene, we finally get the other trio, the Pretty Three, as they call themselves, Fauna, Cold Killer, and K. Rican. They meet with Natalie and Rolly. The problem with K. Rican and Cold Killer and Fauna is after last season reunion, K. Rican got into it with Tinka, and K. Rican said Cold Killer and Fauna didn't have her back. And she went online and voiced that opinion. So I guess that's what really caused a little tension and friction between the Pretty Three. But it actually went kind of well with that trio versus the big three, Summer, Dolly, and Lex. And K. Rican apologizes as they start the conversation, as they talk about what went wrong. I realize with trios, it's always two against one, or always just a third wheel when it comes to the trios. Which, me personally, I don't do trios. Hell, I'm a dude. Why would I do trios? Solo dolo, which means you don't have to worry about trusting anybody. Period, point blank. But anyways, they resolve everything, and we get back to the cabaret girls, introducing Miss Kanaya. Now, Miss Kanaya, I like her vibe. She's very pretty. Her body looks good. Like, I didn't watch her season of Jocelyn Cabaret. I kind of tuned out after the Vegas season, and I went back and watched New York, but I didn't watch the reunion. So and I haven't really. But Showgirl Neat is saying to the girls that they have to sit together. Basically, they have to stick together, I guess, as the cabaret girls to take on the other girls. And it looks like Kanaya and Nick are talking about what happened to each other last time they saw each other. Nick is saying that she checked Kanaya, and Kanaya said she didn't. So it was really nothing, just a little spit spat, really nothing too serious. And Showgirl Neat, I guess they got to the bottom of it. But Egypt says she don't even like Kanaya. Okay, she not sticking together with Kanaya. She's not doing it. And Kanaya says that's fine. She don't care. So it's given Kanaya was pretty much her versus everyone, which the last season she was basically, you know, on her own, and she didn't care. She could stand 10 toes down, which I like. Okay, Kanaya, I can already see that. And Amber is telling them that they also need to sit together. Like in the midst of the arguing and the talking, Amber is saying that they need to also sit together. And Egypt is just not liking it at all. The conversation is going in circles, but Kanaya is standing her ground against Egypt. You know, they're fighting now. Kanaya is standing her ground against Egypt. Even with Kanaya being the smaller girl and Egypt being the bigger girl, Kanaya is still standing her ground. They fight again. Then Kanaya says Egypt, she says in her interview, Egypt is not a heavy hitter. She just heavy. And after the fighting, they agreed to stick together, but Egypt was nowhere to be found. I don't know where Egypt went after all the mayhem, but she says that they can stick it out. Kanaya says that they can stick together. But yeah, I don't know what happened to Egypt. And we finally get to this chaotic day, but what could you expect? It's Zeus. It's going to be chaotic. And we finally get to the rehearsals. And the girls are ready to stand on business. We are introduced to Tavy and Tink. And Lemmy is telling the baddies that Natalie and him are performing at Coachella, so they won't be at the rehearsals, but will show up later for the show. And then we're introduced to Persuasion from BGC in Baddie South in Chapter 1. Rolly is left to be in charge of the rehearsals because Natalie will be performing at Coachella. And out of nowhere, I don't know what the beef is with Pressure and Rolly, but Pressure tries to run up on Rolly. I don't know what was that all about, but yeah. Rolly's calling her weird. Pressure in her interview saying she need to be in charge. Pressure. Rolly is saying Pressure is not organic enough in her interviews and says she's seasoned salt. Now, in my personal opinion, I don't know what this whole organic thing is. I guess Pressure started it. But my joke is, how y'all gonna talk about what's organic and you can't even name organic fruit? You can't even name organic fruit. Got the nerve to talk about what's organic and what's not. But anyways, after everyone is looking around and ready to stand on business from all the zoo shows, Wet whispers in Kanaya's ear that she is not helping Amber. She's not helping Amber fight her battles. You know, that's what Wet whispered in Kanaya's ear. Man. Amber fight. You know, Amber and Wet fight again. Amber starts leaving because she has asthma and says in her interview she cannot fight. She cannot breathe. I mean, she can fight, but she can't breathe because of all the girls taking up all the air with their bad breath. Soaking up all the air with their bad breath. These girls are hilarious. Ciroc is ready to fight Tavy for jumping her last season. Diamond is the only one rehearsing her song on stage, line it up, while the girls are lining it up. Fauna and Tavy start fighting. That's when Cold Killer jump in. I don't know why they keep jumping Tavy, but they jumped her. For a split second, and security came. Then Tinka is ready to fight Camilla because the internet. If y'all remember Tinka on the last season, I guess she literally just had a baby and then went right into filming Baddies Chapter 1 USA, and Camilla had comments about it, and that's why Tinka decided to try to fight Camilla because of what she said on the internet. Okay, Cold Killer and Tinka fight. Then Pressure and Persuasion fight. Camilla and E.T. fight because of what happened at the Baddies East reunion, which was seasons ago. Don't know why that's being taking place. And then Fauna and Tinka get to fighting. Fauna won, but she won. You can tell who was getting the better. Then DTV starts cheering Tinka on from the stage. This was a chaotic scene, y'all. Like, while DTV is performing, literally everybody else is just trying to rip each other's heads off and just going crazy. It's insane. And mind y'all, I'm doing this interview Wednesday because Monday and Tuesday I had a lot of stuff going on. Okay? Tinka interview is funny because if you know Fauna used to be a police officer. And Tinka says in her interview, all her life she wanted to fight a police officer. Tinka wipes herself with Fauna's wig, and Fauna said you can keep that, which I agree. I don't know why girls do that after the fight. They do whatever with the wig, especially wipe themselves. I don't know if y'all remember from One More Chance season 2, Rolly wiped the girl she was fighting with wig on her private. It's like, why do y'all do that? It's it's crazy to me. Like, that's petty. Then Mariah tries to run up on DJ Sky, but DJ Sky was able to prevent it. Then Mariah throws a microphone at DJ Sky. It misses. We see Fauna and Tinka go another round. Big Lex starts arguing with Camilla. Then they start fighting. Camilla and Big Lex had some words on the internet. I don't know. I guess it was just, I don't know. Camilla made some comments, and I guess on the internet, and I guess some girls wanted to stand on business when it came to her, when they saw her in person. Now, me personally, I was a fave of Camilla on season 8 of Bad Girls Club. She definitely took through the house, but unfortunately, I mean, I get it. It's been a minute since Camilla has been on in this kind of environment before. Bad Girls Club season 8 was years ago, which was iconic because of her. But in this situation, it's definitely completely different. So her and Big Lex get to fighting. Camilla is very, very flexible. For her to not fall and for her to keep her balance while literally, like, her back is against, like, the rail of the post that they were standing on fighting, dodging Big Lex's hits, is crazy. It's like, how did your back do that? But then again, Camilla is very tall, but still, like, Camilla's flexible and she's strong. Her spine is very, very strong. But Big Lex won, unfortunately, because we saw, but it really wasn't that bad of a fight. Like, Big Lex didn't just, the way how Big Lex did Summer, yeah, Big Lex obviously won. But this one, because Camilla looked like she still wanted to go, but Camilla took that L. It wasn't that bad, but she was bleeding a little bit, but it wasn't that bad in my personal opinion. Like, Camilla was still ready to go. Biggie and Tasiki are looking for Camilla, like, in the back of the venue or whatever. And I guess it was time for Biggie to rehearse, and they're still fighting. Pure chaos. And pressure and persuasion are fighting. And E.T. wants to fight Persuasion. And it's just pretty much a continuation of next week. So next week looks very entertaining. We see, it looks like Rolly and Daisy get into it a little bit. And we see the girls finally do their performance. And after that, we'll be seeing Fauna versus DTV Diamond. And that's pretty much it, y'all. Baddies USA, Chapter 2, Episode 2. Thank you for tuning in to the Emperor TV. Please like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on all social media. Instagram, Derek_Emperor. And yeah, thank you for tuning in.